Good morning, everybody, and welcome to a weekly. Oh, whoops, wrong show. Welcome to a Sunday sermon. I've got four shows now, so when you're old, you're allowed to mix things up a bit, I guess. Anyway, thank you for joining us this morning. This morning, we're going to be hearing from Archangel Hamiel. Now, she's not very well known, but her job is to make your life a lot happier. So, the way everything's going, I thought she'd be a good choice for this morning. So, without any delay, let's Archangel Hamiel, we're ready to hear your message. Good morning, everybody, and thank you for allowing me to speak. Yes, I know many of you haven't heard of me, but there are many of us archangels that you haven't heard of. Keep in mind that it is very, very difficult to keep track of us. The ancients that named us, they did not really know who they were seeing or who they were speaking with. There are many, many more archangels than you can ever imagine. There's always angels around. Angels are available to help you. Angels are available to hear your problems. Angels are help protect, give advice. We do everything. We work with your spirit guides. Now, if you've listened to our message, you understand that there is an immense amount of help available for you. The key to obtaining that help is to ask for it, and ask for it through prayer. If you ask for assistance, then we will try to help. Now, keep in mind that many of you have life plans and we can't help. We can't do anything that would pull you away from that plan because that life plan includes lessons that you have to learn. But we can make it easier for you to learn those lessons. The help is available. All you have to do is ask for it. Now, I know many of you are living through many, many problems at this time. And it seems as though the people in power, your politicians, sometimes it seems as though they do as much as they can to harm. Many of them are only interested in their own personal wealth and power. We've told you that before, but it should be obvious to you. Many things are being done to increase the control of government. Government control is only going to bring you unhappiness. The only real happiness comes to you when you draw closer to God. As you draw closer, you receive more advice from us. You start to understand his loving energies. You see, God knows all. God created all of you, and all of you will return to the realms of God, heaven. Every one of you that are listening, or anyone that walks the earth, is going to pass. They're going to die, and their souls are going to heaven. Now, I know many religions are going to tell you that if you don't listen to them, if you don't follow their words, if you don't rely on their sacraments, that you won't go to heaven, you'll go to hell. Well, there's no hell. That's something the religion's made up to scare you, and they've done a good job. Many people live in fear that if they don't do exactly what that religion tells them to do, then they're going to hell. Fear of going to hell leads to much unhappiness. If you lead a good life, you'll advance in heaven. If you lead a bad life, you won't advance in heaven. But you're making your own choices there, aren't you? You see, God gave you free will to do as you please, and that free will determine what happens when you return to heaven. It's not an if, but a definite. you will return. You don't have to be a member of an organized religion to go to heaven. They would like you to believe that. Many of them would. But it's not true. All souls go to heaven. All souls have eternal life. How those souls live those eternal lives is determined by your free will, by your own choices, by how you've decided to serve God or not. If you don't believe in God, then when you return, you'll be judged accordingly. It's not nothing to fear greatly unless you've led a terrible life. If you've been an agnostic and haven't been able to believe in God, then you'll probably stay where you are. You won't advance, certainly. You have to serve God to advance. If you don't serve God, you're not going to advance. That's pretty simple. All you really have to do is live a good life, help others, do all that you can. If you are an angry person, if you have violence in your life, if you hurt others, well, then things aren't going to go as well as they would if you served God. That's common sense, isn't it? You see, God controls his heaven. He controls everything in our galaxy, but he definitely controls what goes on in heaven. Heaven can be an absolutely miraculous place, or it cannot be a miraculous place. If you're in the lower levels, then you cannot do any of the things that the people in the upper realms can do, because those people serve God and they deserve it. You didn't serve God, so you don't deserve it. I try to bring people closer to God, and by doing that, I make them happy. Many people can't understand something that's simple. Just go out and live a good life. Do unto others as you would have them do to you. You see, you never you were never would have to have even read the Bible to understand that, because that's such common sense. If you show violence towards somebody else, they're going to show it towards you. Do you enjoy being beat up? No. The answer to that, I'm sure you don't, unless you have some mental problem. It is so easy to serve God. And when you serve God, we will help you. We'll help you find the happiness that goes with it. We'll try to have you understand that happiness. We will try to have you increase the happiness throughout your life. Many of you out there, well, maybe not many of you that are listening, but there are many out there that have accumulated intense wealth, numbers beyond your imagination. You're also going to find that those people are some of the unhappiest on earth. They think people are continuously trying to steal their great wealth. They're trying to do all of the things to help them enjoy life as they see it. If these people with great wealth understand God, then they give that wealth back to the poor, to those that need help. Many people, when they chose their life plan, chose a more difficult life plan. They need more help than others. But you see, that's all part of the choice that God gives those with great wealth. By providing people that need help, he is challenging those with wealth to help. Many will fail that challenge, and when they return, they'll be judged for it. When they choose to return, in all probability, the karma will be that they have to live a life where they need help. It is the soul that must understand. The body will follow the soul's understanding. Now, there are many of you out there that are very depressed right now. We're aware of it. Some of you, that is part of your life plan. Some of you, that is part of the choices you made through your free will. But all of those of you that are feeling depressed and hurt can help yourselves. If you're depressed, go out and view the miracles of God. Go into the mountains. Look at the great beauty. Look at the flowers. Look at a newborn baby and understand the miracle that you're observing. If you're depressed, go out, exercise, be among friends. Now, if you're depressed and unhappy, avoid other people that are depressed and unhappy because it's contagious. Remove toxicity from your life. That's one of the most important things to lead to happiness. If you are living in a toxic environment, it's difficult to find happiness. It's only by removing the things that are toxic to you that you can more enjoy your life. Get out of the house. Do things that you enjoy doing. Go fishing. Have you ever tried that? If you're fishing, you're thinking about those fish. You're not thinking about yourself. Go hiking. Look at the beauty. Think of all the things that you can do that you enjoy doing. Now, when you're deeply impressed, it's very difficult. We know that. We watch. We see all of this. But you have to be strong enough to get through it. In most instances, that depression is part of your life plan. It's a challenge. You need to accept the challenge and beat it. You see, even though God makes things very difficult for you, He also makes it very easy for you. While it might not seem easy, He's provided all the tools that you need to defeat the problems in your life. It may seem like it's impossible for you to earn the money you need to support your family. In this age, it is. But there are a lot of jobs that are available. Many people just simply think some jobs are below their dignity. But if you try, go to the charities. Ask the charities for help. Charities are the one great thing that organized religions do. There's help available, but you have to go look for it. If you go sitting on your couch and you say, oh my, things are never going to change, you are correct. Things will never change. But if you get off that couch and you seek help, then things will change. If you beat your wife, things won't change for you. If you treat all of your loved ones that are around you with care, with love, devotion, then they will change how they treat you. Now, there are some that won't, but that's their free will, and they're toxic. Sadly, you have to get away from toxic people. But in the vast majority of instances, people respond as they are treated. I want you to find happiness. Take that first step today. Pray to God and ask Him for guidance. Ask Him to show you how you can fulfill your life plan and how you can defeat all of the challenges in your life and how you can be a much happier person. God wants you to be happy. The last thing He wants is for you to fail in your life plan, to be unhappy, and to spread, especially, He does not want you to spread that unhappiness onto others. So you see, you are speaking to a real angel today. I hope that you pay attention, and I hope you tell your friends about these messages. All of God's messengers want you to find happiness. All of God's messengers want you to succeed, and all of us over here want you to find happiness in your lives. So thank you for listening. Tell your friends you talked to an angel today. They're going to think you're nuts. That's okay. Many people don't believe. Find love in your heart, and you will find happiness in your soul. So thank you for listening, and goodbye. Okay. That was a very, very good message. I hope you take it to heart. She's an incredible angel. We've talked to her before, and I just thought you might enjoy hearing from her this morning. So join us every week for a Sunday sermon. We're not really preaching to you. We're telling you the way it is. So thank you for listening, and we will be back again next week.